Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is doing fabulously well this morning. It is a wonderful day to be breathing and just being here. I've had a great morning. In fact, I've had a great night um, because this is one of those days. It's so funny. Yesterday, when I was doing the Let's Continue the Conversation with Trisha, she made a comment to me. Hi, Kamala. She made a comment to me and said, "Do you actually ever go to sleep?" And I'm like, "Hey, I do. No, I do. I absolutely do. I do. I go to bed. I go to bed. I do. And when I go to sleep, I totally go to sleep." It just so happened I allowed myself, I think it was like at 4 o'clock, to be honest, to just kind of, do whatever my body kind of wanted to do. And so I slept. And I do believe I slept till like maybe about after 10, 11 o'clock. So I was out, but it was really good sleep. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, right. I woke up at about, I think about after 10, 11 o'clock. And I'm like, well, there's a couple of things I want to do. So I got up and I got into my office, right? So I get up and I come in here. And then I start puttering around and some stuff I wanted to write. So I got that writing done. There's some stuff one of my sons had asked me to do for him. So I started writing that. And then I got on Clubhouse and got into a room. And if any of you have been on Clubhouse, you understand you get into a room and it's a wrap. You're deep in conversation. You're being enlightened. You're learning. So all this stuff is happening to you. And then time is just going. And next thing you know, it is 3:30 in the morning, and I've met with some people from the UK now who have a room in there. I'm in that room, and we're sharing. And then a nephew of mine opens up a singing room, of a worship room. So I pop in there for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, guys, I can pop in for a little bit. And so it was really, really cool, and I got a chance to, kind of have one of those. When you have one of those fabulous, hey Jenny, you have one of those fabulous hot long showers because you're really not on a time schedule. Oh, sometimes it's the simple things. Sometimes it's just the simple things. And you don't realize that sometimes the simple things are so powerful and so amazing that you don't let yourself enjoy just some of the simplicities. And I think sometimes we have to give ourselves that there are things in our life that we can be so grateful for, that don't cost money, right? That won't suck anything away from you. They're just there to give back to you. There are things that are there that are just there to give back to you. I'm interested. Hey, Jenny, you're there and you're at a keyboard. What one thing do you have that, when it happens or when you're doing it, you just feel so, oh my gosh, this is just so wonderful. I'm just so grateful. Like, what is that thing? Type it at me. Okay. And Camilla, do you have one of those things that just, you know, it just kind of, it does it for you? What is that? What is that one little thing that sometimes you take totally for granted, but when you're in that moment and you're having that experience with it, that it's like, oh, I like this. This is really, really, really good. Pop it at me. Now, I know there's a slight little delay between what I'm saying and what you guys actually get to see on LinkedIn. So as soon as it comes up, I will come back to that. But I just want to say to everybody, good morning. And I hope you're ready to be inspired. You're ready to take this day and make it awesome, because you're awesome. Your humanity is beautiful this morning. My humanity is beautiful. And together, as a set of fabulous people, we are here having an amazing human experience together that can make so many things possible. I want to, before we go into our meditation, because I know we got to do that. I know that's there. I want to share with you, and I'm going to find it, because I hope I minimized it. I was reading it earlier, and it was just so very powerful. And it's from Amanda's speech yesterday, and it's a particular section. And let me just get to that part. I'm going to scroll it. And I should have just kind of cut and paste did it, but I didn't cut and paste it. So I'm sorry I didn't do that. But here it is. Here it is. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we aren't striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge a union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. I thought that was so inspiring this morning. I mean, it was great when it was said, but we're far from polished, we're far from pristine. So we're not celebrating this morning our perfection. If anything, we're basking in our imperfections, in the fact that, yes, we're on this journey. We're doing this thing called life, and it's messy, and it's unscripted. It's totally unscripted, right? It's just totally unscripted, but yet we can do it. And we have the privilege to be able to do it every day. This is the wonderful thing about it. We have the privilege to do this thing called life every day, unscripted. It's improv 24/7. Right? If you ever watch some of those amazing improv people, guys, and you see them and they do it, you're like, wow, how do they do that? You do that. We do that every single day. We are doing improv, right? We're here and we're improvising because you're never sure what's going to happen next. But we do it anyway. Isn't that wonderful that you can come and you can do this thing called life anyway? So let's go into our gratitude and just give ourselves a few minutes to just be grateful. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the hour. It's the word that is perfect for every day, any day, period. And I, right now, just want to be grateful. I want to be grateful right now. And I want to be grateful that I can be here offering you this gift of inspiration. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to the morning show, morning inspiration show with your agile lady, because true agility, guys, begins on the inside. If we're unable to inspire ourselves to be able to keep going, there's no point in us doing it on the external if it's not happening on the internal, because that's where everything that counts begins. It begins on the inside of you and it begins on the inside of me. You and I can't connect, can't have a collaboration if on the inside of me is not working for it. So inside counts if I want to affect the outside. So that's what the show is all about, is inspiring you so that you can intentionally all the time affect your inside to bring the outside that you really want to be living. So this is the reason why gratitude is necessary. But before we even go to gratitude, you've got to join with me. Join your choice. Choice is such a power word. It's a word that makes everything doable, because if I choose to, then you know what? I can do. Let me say that again. If I choose to, then I can do, because my choice is my power. It is my personal power. It enables me to be, it enables me to do if I choose to. So I want to inspire everybody this morning. And you hear me, if you've been on the show before and you've watched it, Lizzie always pulls this power word out. Yes, choice. It's important. Make sure today that you are utilizing this, and that everything you are experiencing and you are physically involved in, you are involved in it because you made a choice to do so. And you made a choice to do so because you believe that is going to bring you value. Everything that we do should have a value component and a value reason. If it doesn't have a value reason, then why on earth would we be doing it? And here I have got, you guys have caught up with me. I'm so excited. So I was asking earlier about what's that little thing that you do that you're so grateful for. And Jenny has a wonderful one. And Jenny, I'm going to pop it on here. Here we go. Having quality time in the morning with my kiddies. Oh, just being able to embrace love that's being given to you. Isn't that awesome? That doesn't cost you any money. It's a gift. And all you have to do is take a pause to be able to experience that. That is so fabulous. That is wonderful. Oh, see, I get a warm feeling from that. The fact that I can, as you share that with me, I can go into that moment with you and I can vision it and then begin to experience how that innocence just allows you to smile. And regardless of what you got to face for the rest of the day, when you log on again into your team, you had a moment where you were able to just pause and be. Just pause and be. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing when you can do that. You know, I absolutely love the fact that we have that ability. So that is something to be grateful for. All of us have at least 3 things externally of yourself that you can be grateful for. At least 3. So I challenge you to find those 3 things. Like, just give yourself a pause and find those 3 things that you can be absolutely, really, really grateful for. Just 3. Just 3. Not saying 5, 6, 7, but just 3. And then I want you to use those 3 things intentionally every day to put yourself in that place where you can create a stage for you to be grateful. Because sometimes it's a new habit and a new muscle that we're building, gratitude. So if gratitude becomes a new muscle, you've got to keep working it and working it and working it until it becomes really strong with you. So take 3 things that you know you can think about or that you can do. For just 3 things that you can think about and that you can do that will allow you to come into that space of just being grateful and allowing gratitude to just totally fill you up. So you can really say, you know what, today I am grateful. You can say that and mean it, right? It's not that you're saying it to get yourself basically programmed to embrace that thought. No, you're having the thought and having the feeling associated with the thoughts. So yes, in that moment, you have chosen to be grateful and you are feeling gratitude. That's wonderful when that just kind of comes all in you and you can feel that. Let's also look at taking you through the power words this morning. I just feel that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to look at the power words. Love. Love, 4 words, just 4 words. When you look at those 4 words, what comes to your mind with those 4 words? Is it the love of a person? Is it the love or a passion of something you enjoy doing? What comes to mind with those 4 words for you? And when you allow yourself to sit in there with that love and think about it and allow love to embrace you and totally engulf you, how great does that feel? When you allow love to be part of your moment, how does that make you feel? Yes, I'm dealing with feelings. Because a lot of times when we're asking ourselves to reach to something we have not yet had a tangible experience for, it's really difficult. It's hard to reach for what you have not yet experienced. And your brain wants to help you, but it doesn't have a file to retrieve, to acknowledge, and give you some kind of direction. So when your brain doesn't have a file, it's like error, error, error message, right? And your brain starts throwing this error message at you because it has no file for what is going on. So it's not that these new things that you'll bring into your mind, these new inspirations can't birth fabulous things and these affirmations can't shift your world. But until your brain has a reference point, some empirical evidence, yes, I'm doing it. Let me just announce, I'm going Scrum for a moment, people. Yes, I'm going Scrum for a minute. Here's the thing. If you don't give yourself some evidence, right? Your brain needs some evidence. When it gets some evidence at least once, it's like, well, I got a file, not a huge file, but I got a file on that one. I got a file on that word. I got a file that has an emotion. I remember how we felt. Here, you're saying that word. Here you go. Here's all I've got on it. So what you have to do now, guys, is hunt for experiences. Hunt for your empirical evidence. The weekend is coming up, okay, guys? The weekend is coming up, all right? The weekend, we're here. The weekend is coming up. So since the weekend is coming up, guess what? You have got the opportunity now to build some empirical evidence. Yes, go build some data. Find the shows, right? Yes, this weekend, find the shows that absolutely just kill you over, okay? They make you laugh so hard that you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Find those shows, right? And really give yourself some time with them. Yes, give yourself some permission to Hulu, Netflix, whatever it is that you're watching, prime time, on Amazon, whatever your cup of tea or your platform is. Find some really great comedies that just make you absolutely keel over, right? And then allow those moments, really be in that moment of laughter, really be in that moment of joy, and just allow yourself to totally keel over with it. So now, when I say to you on Monday, think joy, you're going to be able to think joy because now you've got empirical evidence for some fresh one, not some from 10 years back or 3-4 years ago, but you've got some fresh data that you've created for yourself of how you feel when you're joyful and you're having a wonderful experience. You've got that. Also, so that's homework, right? You got think joy. Okay, Lizzie, what a really Lizzie homework? Yes, but it's fun homework. Here's the other thing that I want you to do. So this is the other thing you're going to do this weekend, okay? I'm giving you another assignment. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm giving you the assignment of thank you. I'm giving you the assignment of thank you to you this weekend. I want you to find reasons to thank yourself. Just reasons to give yourself a big hug and say thank you. Yep. Thank you. So you got to think joy, right? That's what you got to do. You got to find moments where you create empirical evidence for thinking, for joyful thoughts, right? A whole bunch of empirical evidence for joyful thoughts, which means when I say empirical evidence, to those of you who are not from my world, industry, I mean, go find tactical stuff, right? Stuff you can interact with so you get a memory that's carved not just in the emotion you're feeling, but that emotion and the physical response. So for instance, when I laugh, right? It is an emotion that I'm feeling, but there is something tacit with it. It's the sound of my laughter. It's my mouth moving. It's getting really big, right? My teeth are showing. I can feel my face shifting. There is a tacit experience with the laughter. So allow yourself to build a tacit experience with joy and a tacit experience with thank you. Now, thank you may say, well, Lizzie, thank you is just a word, right? You just say, thank you, oh, thanks. It's a word. But I want you to engage with that word in action. And I want you to start with you, because doing it with other people, especially with COVID and stuff, it can be hard, what I'm about to say, for you to do. But if you do thank you, and again, I'm not asking you to find a million and one things to thank yourself for, because some of us are really good at being hard on ourselves. So we're not good at patting ourselves on the back. But I want you to find 3 things that you can thank yourself for. And when you thank yourself, like, give yourself a really big hug. And just go, oh, thank you. I'm thanking myself. And really just be in that moment with the thank you, right? Allow yourself to just do thank you for you. So, okay, let's go over the homework. You're going to find 3 things to be grateful for that are outside of yourself, and just allow yourself the moment to just sit with that gratitude. Okay. Then you're going to watch something that's going to make you just absolutely keel over laughing. And then you're going to allow yourself to be in the moment of that laughter and really experience it. And you're going to record that onto your Think Joy file. Okay. And then, thank you. You are going to find 3 things to thank yourself for. And when you thank yourself, you're going to be physical with that thank you. So you're going to have a physical reaction with it, right? When you do the thank you, and you're going to thank yourself. You're going to give yourself a hug with your thank you, so that you have got tacit with it. Yes. All right. So that's the assignment. Gratitude, think joy, and thank you. 3 things that you're going to find, 3 things to file in your brain to create some empirical evidence for yourself. So when we come back next week and I start hitting you with some of the things that I've got queued up, it's going to be easier for you to be able to embrace it, because your brain now has some files. So it won't glitch on you. Okay. You won't glitch next week. So I'm prepping you guys for next week so that you won't glitch. Okay. Now, that being said, I'm going to bring us now, and this is the part where, I'm going to ask you guys, please share with other people, right, about the fact that we here as humans are a wonderful, 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 beautiful thing. So I'm going to ask you all now to remember this. Our humanity is beautiful. It is. Our humanity is beautiful. Your humanity is beautiful. And my humanity is beautiful. Yes, our humanity together, all of it is beautiful. So I want to ask you guys now to tweet this for me, right? Get your phones and just kind of just tweet it. Let's just tweet it. Just tweet it. I'm going to tweet it on both of my things. So let's do this together. I have recently got back to Twitter. I had abandoned Twitter. I have to be honest, guys. I had abandoned Twitter, but I am back on Twitter now. And so I am going to, on both of my profiles, just simply hashtag our humanity is beautiful. And it would help if I spell beautiful correctly. Otherwise, it just doesn't work so well. Our humanity is beautiful. Okay, guys, so I have just done that. And underneath it, let's not forget to put with it, my humanity is beautiful. And if you have challenges with spelling, it is right here, spelled correctly on screen for you, right? So you can just copy it. Just simply copy it. So you're doing all 3. Our humanity is beautiful. My humanity is beautiful. Your humanity is beautiful. Oh, I am doing fat fingers today. There we go. So we have tweeted it. Okay, so we've got it tweeted, guys. We've tweeted it together to let the world know this is how we feel about our world. This is the journey we're on, where our humanity is beautiful, your humanity is beautiful, and my humanity is beautiful. All of us together, we make this thing called the community, right? The community of the world. We spend our times building communities and organizations, and we do so because we embrace our value system, right? We embrace our agile value system. We embrace our scrum value systems. Depending on the other frameworks you guys use, you embrace the value systems from those. And those value systems allow us to position our mind and then put actions in place that align to it, that allows everybody that we collaborate with as a group, everybody that's kind of on our teams, right? It allows them to know that, look, no matter what's going on, I'm respecting you. You're respecting me. We're respecting each other. Right. And that's important. That's like really, really, really important that we do that together. Because if we don't get the best of each other. So I always am kind of like on this thing with you. And I know I say it a lot. Guys, we've got to remember before we start talking about connecting, right? You've got to be respecting. Let me say that again. Before you think about connecting, you need to make sure you are respecting. I should have typed that right and let it just like kind of flow across the screen. Before you start connecting, you've got to make sure you're respecting. Let people feel that they're respected by you. It doesn't take a lot to respect. See, a lot of people use the phrase of, if I'm going to respect you, you have to earn the respect. Why not flip it? Why not make people have to lose the respect? Like, give the gift of respect, especially in your teams, right? Choose to align to that as a value system for yourself. That, okay, I know we talk about this value, but how about aligning to this value in what it is that you do and offer respect? Give somebody the gift of respect and see what it does. Because if I feel respected by you, it allows me to start to feel included by you. And then if I feel included by you, guess what you get from me? I start to open up. So you get me to open up by you offering me that gift of respect. Everybody here is somebody. Everybody. Regardless of where they are in their journey of life, regardless of what's going on with them at that point in time, regardless of what behavior they may be emoting. And notice I said emoting, because a lot of times there's behaviors people have because of what they're going through. It's one of the reasons that you guys hear me talk about these dimensions all the time. It's the dimensions that I build the affirmations around, right? Health, money, relationships, career, business, and dreams. The fact of the matter is, some people are not having necessarily the best of experience in one of these dimensions. And when one of these dimensions is off, you will notice that somebody with you will emote in a very different way. There'll be different emotions that are coming out them. And a lot of those won't feel positive. And sometimes they can even come off as being, quite frankly, disrespectful and rude. But why is that happening? It's happening because one of these areas they're not feeling fulfilled in. One of these areas isn't bringing back the value they really want to get. And sometimes they don't even know that. So it's really important that when we're offering respect to people, with respect, you also offer people kindness. On top of your respect, put some kindness with that. Be kind. Be kind in the idea of, I would love it if I needed that kindness, that it would be there for me. So let me put that kindness out there in the bank of the universe. If I sow kindness, if I give kindness, it will have a way of finding its way back to me. So understand, there are simply times where the dimension of someone's life just isn't where they want it to be. All of us affected by these dimensions in some way or the other. COVID, for a lot of us, put a strain on number 3 on relationships, because a lot of us weren't used to really being around the people we necessarily have anything to do with on that regular of a basis, right? And now you're all in same homes. Then you've got your career and business. When that is not going the way you want it to go, there are going to be things that you're feeling. Sometimes those emotions are very internal, and in them being very internal, you're not really sharing them with anybody. And in your not sharing them with anybody, you have no release around those emotions whatsoever. And so they have a tendency of packing up. And before you know it, there's been an explosion on someone. Someone has had your emotions go boom. And if they're not in a state of awareness, it triggered them and they've gone boom back at you. So this is why it's important to take that. Yes, I'm going back to my word. It's important to take a pause to situate. Where are you right now? Where are you? Where are you with yourself right now? What's going on with you? If you can allow yourself to take that pause to figure out what's going on with you in this moment in time, what are you experiencing? What are you feeling? And why? Why are you feeling that? What's going on with you? It will allow you to be able to make the necessary adjustments. So if right now, when you're really, really, really honest with yourself and you take a look, you notice that, oh, I'm not really necessarily that happy in the relationships I'm in right now. I would really like them to be different. Okay, well, now you know. And you can work on those relationships, right? You can, if a colleague and you just aren't clicking, you can take some time and figure out what's going on with you around that situation. And then you can go and again and figure out what's going on with them. Because what you can do is just give yourself a blank slate. A blank slate. Start with just a blank slate. Give yourself that ability to reset. Next week, we're going to have that word queued up, reset with a button. Because I want to remind you, you always have the ability to reset. Resetting is part of your choice. You can choose to reset. It's a choice situation. Don't ever allow what's going on around you to feel like, oh my gosh, this is so intense. I can't take a pause. Yes, you can, but you've got to choose to do it. You've got to allow yourself that gift to simply choose that. Yeah, I'm going to take a pause right now. I need a pause moment to just kind of be here with myself for just a little bit, and then just reset the frame. Reset the entire frame. Pick a new frame entirely. Decide what that frame's going to be for you. What's the frame? Here's the fabulous thing. You're going to practice this weekend gratitude. You're going to practice thank you. You're going to practice thinking joy. And you are going to think joy so much it is going to explode for you. And when you think joy, it's going to bring you back to a moment, a time where you're like, you know what? This ain't all really that bad. You know, this is, you know what? It's okay. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, no. I'm good. You're going to be able to say that. That's the powerful thing when you start intentionally to understand where you're at by understanding where you are and where you want to be. You are able then to figure out what those steps are. So how do you do that? You do that by constantly applying personal transparency, inspection, and adaptation to your life. Do it at will. Yes, I know, I did it. I know, I did it. I went scrum again. But guys, ladies, beautiful humans, I want you to understand this. I have come to understand and learn this thing to be true. And that is that we as humans We decide the frame we want to live in. We don't sit back and let somebody else build the frame for us. Because if we allow others to build our frame, it's not necessarily the frame that we want. They may think the frame is perfect, but this isn't the frame I want for this moment. I do love green. I do love orange. I really do. But this is not the frame that I want right now. This is the frame that I want. So I build my frame my way. And using affirmations allows you to articulate the frame that you want. The frame that you want for your health, the frame that you want for your finances, the frame that you want for your relationships, the frame that you want for your career and business, and the frame that you want for your dreams. Affirmations allow you just to put that frame out there in an articulate fashion. So let me give you a frame now. And I'm going to give you the community frame because here we all are as part of a collective community. Community of people who like to be inspired, community of people who want to inspire others in whatever it is we're doing. Maybe it's our talent, but we want to be inspiring others to believe in a better day, to believe that, yes, oh my God, this world can be so much better than what it is today. And we can come together and we can do this and we can make it happen. We want to be able to do that frame. So let me offer this up to you. Today, I am grateful that I am maturing in the experience that is my life. Yes, I treasure the beauty that is our humanity. Yes, I foster connection and collaboration with all people. Yes, I am a vessel of hope. Yes, I am a vessel of love. And yes, I am a connecting force for change. Yes, I am change. Yes, I keep myself open to learn and grow about others each and every day. And yes, I am thankful that our humanity is beautiful. Let's do one more time. Today, I am grateful that I am maturing in the experience that is my life. Yes, I treasure the beauty that is our humanity. Yes, I foster connection and collaboration with all people. Yes, I am a vessel of hope. Yes, I am a vessel of love. Yes, I am a connecting force for change. Yes, I am change. Yes, I keep myself open to learn and grow about others each and every day. And yes, I am thankful our humanity is beautiful. Yes, our humanity is beautiful. Sometimes we're at the stage where, when people mine diamonds and they initially get the diamonds out, they're like these ugly, just big pieces of dirt, right? And, ugh. But once they take it through the process, it comes out and it's a beautiful treasure that, could be sold for millions and millions of dollars. Each of us are diamonds. And if you take the thought that everybody you're dealing with is a diamond in the rough. Yeah, they're a diamond in the rough. They're a jigsaw puzzle that's missing their final piece. They're a rose without a vase in which to be displayed. But we are going to look at each other now and see that we're a diamond that's simply in the rough. I want to challenge you today to view everybody you see as a beautiful human that is a diamond in the rough, that all they need is a little bit more process. And you can offer them kindness, you can offer them grace, and you can gift them respect. Yes, 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 yes. You can gift them respect. So I want to say with a big, huge, heartfelt thank you so much, guys. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing with me your time. Thank you for allowing yourself to be inspired and to come up with new ways to be an inspiration to others. The world we live in needs inspiration. The world we live in needs love. And it's up to us to choose to be what it is that our world is needing right now so that we can offer up something more than what circumstances have been serving. So don't forget, offer yourself thank you. Don't forget to make sure you experience gratitude, 3 things that you'll be grateful for. And don't forget, thank you. 3 things to give yourself a thank you for. 3 things. I want you to find 3 things to give yourself a thank you for. And also, I want you to remember that you have got to think joy. You've got to allow joy to become so huge for you this weekend, right? You're going to go find shows that are going to make you just absolutely crease over laughing because you're going to give yourself the tacit experience of what it is like to be in joy. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you. I respect you. And I look forward to hearing great things about you and great things that you're doing. I believe in your humanity and I believe in you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday, guys. Take care.